Hey everybody, so today's gonna be a little bit different. Got a new Insta360 camera. It's the only camera I'm using for this video. This will be my first drive on FSD version 14.3.5 that just downloaded yesterday. But the main point of this video is to just see how the Insta360 works, see how post editing works, and how I can move it around to show me sometimes anywhere else in the vehicle. I can look around in different angles in post-production, which is kind of neat, so I like to play around with that a little bit. But anyway, we're about to go pick up my son from cross-country practice. So I'm just going to tap the park where their practice is, and I'm going to actually tell it to park on this end of the parking lot. I'm going to drop a pin down there, tell it go there, and then we're just going to say start. I apologize for my sweaty appearance. I just got done with a workout and didn't have time to clean up before I had to head back over and pick him up. So it is what it is. One really cool thing about these last 2 or 3 minor builds of FSD, pretty much most everything after version 14, it's gotten to where you just get in the car or the truck and just tell it where you want to go and push start, and it just takes you there. So you'll see that today. I don't expect any interventions required. We'll see. I'm going to film it all in one continuous clip and let y'all see it. I do have my driver profile set to hurry, and that's usually the most comfortable spot for me. Standard does okay. It's a little bit slower. It sticks to just maybe a couple over, whereas hurry does, around 5-6 over on average, which is a little bit more, I think, normal for around here. I will flip it up to Mad Max occasionally, just like if I really am in a hurry. It does save some time off because it's a lot more assertive when it starts and stops and passing people if they're going slower than you, but hurry seems like a pretty good balance for me. I'm curious on this this stick that I have the Insta360 mounted on. You're not gonna be able to see it because it intentionally removes that stick from the video, but it's just one arm that sticks out, so I'm curious how the vibration will be. I know when I have just one of my GoPro stick mounts, it wobbles a lot. This one seems to be pretty rigid, and I'll have to show at some point. Maybe I'll add it into this video. The suction mount for this is, I didn't even know it existed until I started looking at accessories for the Insta360, and it's actually it's an electric suction mount, which is just mind-blowing to me. It makes sense, but I've never seen one like this before. And before, anytime I had something that was hanging from the ceiling, or especially when I would mount it to the outside of the vehicle, it made me really nervous to not have my triple suction mount, just in case one popped loose. But this thing actually it has a little vacuum pump built into it, and actually draws a suction on the suction cup and maintains that suction by sensing the internal pressure, and if it drops, it'll start that vacuum pump back up and re-suction it. So it's pretty neat. This is the first time using it actually in practice. I've messed around with it in the house just to see how it worked, but it's pretty neat. I might can even spin this 360 camera around where you can actually see the mount, even though it kind of uses AI to make the stick vanish. I'm very pleased with it so far, and just looking at the camera, it doesn't look like it's vibrating all that much. So I think whatever subtle movement it has, I think the vibration reduction will take that out. anyway, I know for people that have watched the channel for a while, this is no surprise, but as you can see, you know, we're a few minutes into the drive. I've done nothing except put in my destination and tap start. Anybody that's new to the channel, this is mostly what I record is full self-driving drives. I've been doing this now for about 2 years, I guess. Just it gets better and better with every update, and so it can sometimes make the content feel a little boring to me because I'm just talking, and I'm not much of a talker if you know me personally. But there's not a whole lot of interaction that I have with the vehicle. I just kind of sit here and watch it go. It's still mind-blowing every day that it can do this, but the point of starting my channel is really to get the word out about it, because it's amazing even now. It seems second nature to me now, and most of the people that are around me day to day, they get to hear it enough. But it's amazing how many people I still run into that don't know what its capabilities are, don't really know how it does what it does, or not even how it does what it does. They don't even know that it can do all that it can do. I see and hear things all the time about people saying that their car's version of self-driving, that they use it sometimes or whatever, but I don't think people truly get what all FSD is capable of until you sit in the driver's seat and let it drive you around. I think it's even difficult from the back seat, because when you're back there and somebody else is using it, it just feels like you're a passenger like normal and they're driving. It's that smooth and that good. You really can't tell. So maybe that'll come through in the video, maybe not. One thing that I hope the Insta360 will do for me, there are times that I like to be able to show other views out the side windows, or of my feet, or of the screen a little bit more close up. And with the Insta360, you can do all of that in post editing. You know, once you've already, it captures a complete sphere of video for the whole video, and so you don't have to worry about missing an angle or not aiming in the right place. You can gather all that while you're editing the video, and you can actually move and reframe and rezoom and do different things, no matter how you angled the camera to begin with. And I'm just realizing now that I'm staring at the sun that I left my sunglasses in the other car. But that's alright. That's another benefit of FSD, is as long as I can see well enough to supervise it, I know that it can see better than I can, so I feel pretty confident in it. There's a lot of times that I really, like if it's raining hard or there's a lot of glare on the road, a lot of times that I really can't see the lane lines, and you look down at the mimic on the screen and it can basically decipher them perfectly. It's kind of funny just how fast the EVs in general, not just Teslas, but the DC motors spool up so quick, and it's just instant torque to the ground. Even with FSD, which is very conservative, even on hurry mode, it's a very conservative acceleration compared to what the vehicle's capable of. But yeah, as you can see back there, it almost looks like I was trying to race the people leaving the line, and that was all FSD, just leaving, you know, normally and conservatively, and just left everybody back at the line. And as you can see where these kind of large gradual speed bumps are, it even detects those and slows down just the right amount. Very smooth. We got a couple pedestrians up here in our lane with their back to us, and you'll get to see how it interacts with them. And you can see it's already slowing a pretty good bit, and it's watching, so it sees this other car coming, so it slowed and didn't try to go around them because the white car was coming, and it didn't ease up until they got off the side of the trail. It's just the way it responds to vehicles and people, you know, cyclists, everything is just so natural. I trust it more than I trust myself in a lot of cases when you can't be looking in multiple places easily. And here we are. There you go. So it pulls out of the driveway, drives me all the way here, finds a parking space, parks. This truck's infotainment system is capable of Bluetooth connecting to a controller, and then you can go into this arcade app, and one of my favorite games is this one. So I'm gonna do a little game demo real quick.
Mission begins. Human rescue.
Nice.
Usually where I always die, right there. Doing better this time. Well,
Game over.
that one got me. Well, at least I saved all the humans. Anyway, that's a quick demo of the game. It's my favorite.